League of Legends makes some big changes, and Sega's accused of unfair labor practices. All that and more, my name's Ethos, and these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free-to-Play Weekly. Coming in at number 5, Riot Games is mixing a bit of music into their auto-battler game Teamfight Tactics. Sure, you normally play to win, but this time with the release of Remix Rumble, you can mix your own tunes DJ style and net some benefits for your chosen squad. Here's how it works. So each champion's origin has been assigned a certain music genre. Chiptunes, pop, country, they're all there. Even some more specific bands have jumped into the action, including Riot Games' own KDA. Now, using champions of each genre causes their music to activate, creating some unique mixes. However, should you combine champions into from one genre, you may find yourself on the receiving end of some serious buffs. And as each genre has its own buff as well, you'll be able to pick and mix different types of buffs or stack a single buff, and it's really all up to you. You can check all this out on the Teamfight Tactics website. Moving in at number 4, First Watch Games has dropped the Rogue Company Winter Warfare update, bringing players an all brand new event pass. The level 35 event pass includes skin like Android Dahlia and Jackal Dallas. Also included are outfits, sprays, wraps, emotes, and more. In addition to the event pass, the update also introduces a brand new map, Canals 2, and brings back the shooter's limited time mode, Team Snipers. Canal 2 is a limited time quick play map that allows for several different modes, including 6v6 team deathmatch. The Team Snipers LTM is what it sounds to be like. It's only snipers. No outside weapons are allowed. Moving into story number 3, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is now live in Star Citizen and runs through November the 30th. During this special event, you can try out Star Citizen for free and test drive over 130 spaceships. Some of the latest ships from top manufacturers in the verse will be available during this IAE. There's also new tutorials available during the event for first-time players or pilots who want a refresher course. You can continue adventure in the spacefaring game after the IAE with a discounted starter pack, which will grant you full access to the game. And players can choose from one of these packs containing the newly added Galactic Solum or the consolidated Outlands Mustang Alpha. The final days of this show will be full of fleet meetups, PvP events, screenshot events, racing events, and more. And these events will kick off on November the 27th. And moving into story number 2, League of Legends is changing it up a bit for this 2024 season with updates to the map, items, and void creatures. On top of all this, Riot is also previewing its brand new champion, Hwei. The map has some changes to all lanes. Top lane will be closely mirrored terrain on both sides this time, with a small wall and brush combination being added to the river entrance. The jungle will see wide walls added directly across Baron and Drake picks. Mid lane brush will be moved slightly back to provide more safety for less mobile champions. Bot lane will be able to get similar changes to top with brush and wall combinations for the river entrance. Mythic items are being completely removed from the game, with the plan to be transferring the power from those items to the champions themselves. New music is also being added when fighting around the Baron and other void objectives. Riot has also revealed its first look at Hwei, the newest champion coming to League of Legends. It looks like they are a mid lane mage who paints artistic visions that are filled in his head, but instead of painting them on canvases, he tends to do it with dynamic living images that affect anyone who witnessed them. In, of course, typical Riot fashion, his kit is bloated with abilities that make him able to respond to any situation on the battlefield. You know, I remember when champions had simple strengths and weaknesses, but nowadays that can no longer happen. I'm just going to show you this little image just to give you an idea. I'm not even going to cover all this because, as you can clearly see, it's very complex and very complicated. You can learn more about this brand new champion and the changes on the official League of Legends website. And coming in at number 1, your biggest story this week, it looks like Sega is facing some potential legal trouble following a complaint filed by the Communications Workers of America, the CWA. As some may remember, workers of Sega voted to unionize and form the Allied Employees Guild Improving Sega under the CWA back in April. Recently, since September, Sega has been in negotiations with the group. According to a complaint filed by the CWA, the most recent move in those negotiations was a proposal presented to them by Sega on November the 6th to phase out all temporary employees and move their work to offices in Europe and Japan. This would be done by February of next year. The employees that would be laid off under this constitute 40% of AGIS's bargaining unit. Not surprisingly, they're mostly game QA and localization staff. The CWA states that the move is a case of bad faith bargaining, as Sega elected to drop the news in the meeting instead of bargaining with the union as they should have. As a result, the organization has filed an unfair labor practice charge calling out the company's direct dealing with union members. It will go before the National Labor Relations Board, but as Kotaku notes, it may not be resolved before the layoffs occur. And that moves us to the question of the week. With League of Legends revealing its brand new champion, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about them? Do you think they're already a little busted? Do you think it's just going to be overly complex? effects, or do you think they're not going to be good at all? And what do you think his impact will be on the meta? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free to Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out mmorpg.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name's Ethos, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. Peace.